Are you dealing with this right now? Is your AC going out? Does it feel like it's over 100 degrees inside of your house? Well, not to worry, because today, I'm gonna help you fix that problem right now. Let's go. Okay, so guys, we're in the back where my AC unit is. Only thing you guys are gonna need to fix this problem, you can use a drill with a socket. I'm gonna tell you the size socket you need. And we're gonna use this flathead screwdriver. If you don't know how to do it, you definitely need to watch this video. Make sure you watch to the end because you don't wanna miss any steps. We're gonna get this AC rolling ASAP.
Yes!
Let's go. So what we wanna do first is clear the coil, which is the outer portion of the AC unit. Because if the coil gets clogged up with debris, with all that grass, trash, whatever it is, they can't bring in the air that the AC needs to function. So what I did, I took a hose and I started spraying it. My hose actually wasn't long enough to get right on it, so I had to spray from a distance, and I didn't get all of it, but I did get a lot of that dead grass out. And don't worry, it will not hurt your AC unit. But as you can see, that's the end result of me spraying it from a distance. The next step I had to do, because I couldn't get it all out, was remove the cover, remove that shield that's around the AC unit. So I did that with an 8mm socket. So after you clear the debris out of the AC unit, you want to put the cover back on, and then you're done with this step. Now, let's head to the next step. And this might fix your problem. You just need something to turn the fan. And we're gonna use this flathead screwdriver. You can use a bar, whatever can fit down in here, right? So, all right, so what you wanna do is take this flathead screwdriver, or whatever you may have that you can stick inside the AC unit, and then turn it. Make sure you turn it in the direction that it flows. So more than likely it's clockwise to the right. Now, before that, you wanna make sure you have the AC on inside of your home. When you come outside, you'll listen for a sound, like a humming noise. And you know the AC is on, but the fan may not be turning. So that's when you apply this trick. One way to check to see if your AC is working is to find this pipe right here, down here, and then put your hand on it. It's not gonna hurt you, but put your hand on it to feel it and to see if it's cold or hot. If it's cold, then that means it's working. Or this part is working, so that's good. If it's hot or real warm, then it's not working. The fan may be turning, but it's not pushing any coolant inside to your home. But here's what you want to do if you want to fix your AC right now. So the capacitor I showed you, we're going to remove the old one and we're going to replace it with a new one. So you want to go to the breaker box and cut off the breaker that says AC or anything close to AC, HVAC or whatever. Then you take a drill with an 8mm socket and you remove the plate cover that's covering where the capacitor is. So once we remove the plate cover, it's 2 screws on that side, it's going to be 2 screws on the other side. So after we remove the cover, now we see the capacitor. And right now we're going to remove the bracket that's holding the capacitor in its place. That's with a 1/4 socket. So make sure you have a 1/4 socket if you have this particular AC unit. That will remove the screws that's holding up the bracket. As you can see, that's the screws right there. Right here is the information that you want to make sure that your new capacitor matches up with that 45/5. But now we're going to remove the wires that's connecting to the capacitor. So in this case, they are color coded with the exact color code on the capacitor. But in my case, the new capacitor will not have the same color code. But I'll show you how to work around that. Now we're removing the bracket from the old capacitor, right?
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And smash that bell notification.
So here's the new capacitor. As you can see, it's still in the box, but I'm gonna show you. There it goes. So the one on the right is the new one, the left is the old one. But here's a test. If you touch the old one and it rocks like that, that's an indicator that it is bad. It's kind of like having a bad battery, and when the battery gets old and bad, it expands. And so that's why when I touch it on a flat surface, it'll rock. The new one doesn't, as you can see. When I touched it, it didn't move. As you can see, I'm matching up the numbers, 45 plus 5 in that case, 45/5, same thing. So make sure that you're getting the correct capacitor. This cool. So the top components, the connections are a little different. These are labeled right. You look at it right there, has wording. So this says Herm. You can see that, it says Herm right there. All right, and then if you look over here to the old one, it says Herm. So the blue would go over here to the white. The brown says fan. If I look to the new one, the fan would be right here. So that means the brown will go to the green. This right here I won't have to use. So this, on a new one it says CPT. I don't need to plug that into anything. So the only thing left on the old one would be the yellow that says, it just says the letter C on it. And that it's going to be 2 wires that plugs into this, but this is actually going to be in the center for the new one. The yellow wires are going to go in the center of the capacitor. So now we're going to install the new capacitor, right? So we're going to match up, not the colors, but we're going to match up the label. Make sure the label, your wires are matching up to the right label that it came out of. And so once we do that, make sure also the yellows, they stay together. So now we're going to put the bracket back on with a 1/4, of course. Going to use the same socket, 1/4 socket. And since this capacitor was skinnier than the bracket could hold, I had to use one of those tie downs and lock it in place, and it did. It worked perfectly. So as you can see, it's locked in place, it won't move. That's the end result of where the wire should be. And if you have the same capacitor, then just match it up with mine. Now we're just gonna turn the breaker back on because we're done with that. We're headed to the inside. We're gonna turn on the AC unit. And yeah, there we go. It's magic, it's working, it's turning on. That means the connection was done properly. Now I'm checking the line to make sure it's getting cold, and it was. So that's a good sign. All right guys, the AC is back on. As I'm feeling the air coming out the vent, it feels cold, it feels strong. Feels like the job is completed. And that's it. That's how you fix it. Make sure you check out the links in the description below so that you can get the components you need to fix this problem. You show some love and smash the like, subscribe, and bell notification to get the latest HE content. And if you got value out this video, make sure you check out the next video.